Alright, let's move on a little bit deeper here. This guy on the left, his name's Oppenheimer. This is the guy that said I've become the destroyer of worlds, because he's the guy that really made the A-bomb work. So if you consider worlds are being created when they collide light, then when he smashed the atom, he destroyed worlds. And here he says, it is perfectly obvious the whole world is going to hell. The only possible chance that it might not is that we do not attempt to prevent it from doing so. So what he's saying is, that's our destiny, is to go to hell. If we try and stop it, the powers that be will absolutely not grant a pardon. If we don't do anything, and we keep giving to whatever it is, whether it's spiritual or physical or nuclear, we might get a reprieve, maybe. Okay, that's the guy. Okay, this guy got in trouble later. I'll explain that. This guy, Cohen, I'm sure you understand that's not Chinese. Cohen changed the title of his book, Shame, Confessions of the Father of the Neutron Bomb, to Fuck You, Mr. President. That's the name of his book. Fuck You, Mr. President. After the U.S. Under George Bush dismantled his neutron bombs. So here we know it's definitely about neutrinos, because this guy's telling Bush to go F himself. And we know that it's Jewish, that part of it at least, the neutrinos, because Cohen is not a name that they give to Chinese or the Japanese. Okay? This guy, going back to this guy lost his security clearance because they tied him into the communistic Nazi party. And so the internet is a very interesting tool, because a lot of times it will verify stuff when you're not even looking for it in the context that you're looking. For instance, how to tie this guy to the Nazi party. Strictly by chance. Look, I'll show you. Hang on. I find this video. Demolize hers. Batman ate the dirty purple skinka. Skrillex, Oppenheimer, Nazi party mix. So here, somebody would have to be in the know, and I mean seriously in the know, to write that down. In this video, if you look it up, they're rolling through here. This hammer keeps coming down and they keep rolling. I don't know what the Batman is. It isn't the dude like in the movies. It's something else. Okay? So you have to find out what this word means. We know that we know what the purple is. We know what that is. It's a combination of the red and the blue. Left pillar, right pillar, neutron, proton, whatever. But we're talking about neutrinos. What is a skinka? Well, I had to go figure that out, and I found that. And it's interesting who comes up when you get the skinka. Hang on. Okay, so if you look up skinka, here's the word right here. A skinka. What's a skinka? A skinka is like the equivalent of an American skank. What's more important of this word is it's a woman who puts on too much makeup and basically winds up looking more like a dude than like a broad. Okay, now let's move on. Why are they using Dr. Evil? Why would they put Dr. Evil in there? So they're showing Dr. Evil, and they're showing a volcano. One thing about volcanoes is they're very high in atomic energy. All your UFO sightings, and I'm not big on that, are seen around volcanoes because they're electromagnetic. So there's some, and that ties what? That ties to the center of the Earth. Here's Dr. Evil, okay? And I'm going to take it one step further for some of the older people that remember this. All right, let's bring this up here real quick. It says Secret Solstice. For those of you that remember Led Zeppelin, remember the song? We come from the land of the ice and snow, from the midnight sun, where the hot springs flow. The hammer of the gods will drive our ships to the new lands, to fight the horde, singing and loving Valhalla. I am coming. Down here it says, we are your overlords. Okay, the midnight sun. midnight sun is in a particular area, but in reference, it's right here, and that's why they're using it. There it is right there. The secret solstice, there's your X right there. Iceland. Here's the color pattern is right here. Okay, don't count the yellow I put in there, but here's the purple and the yellow itself in there. That's why I keep telling you guys that whatever it is, it's associated with something atomic. When they put Dr. Evil next to a volcano, volcanoes create neutrinos. There's a lot of atomic activity because it's atomic fission going on that's causing that volcano. Those are usually caused when Saturn is acting up. And obviously the Jews are real big time on that because Cohen wrote a book called Fuck You, Mr. President, because he stopped the neutrino bomb. See, it's like I said, we're never going to figure this shit out completely. But we can get kind of a basic idea of what's going on here. Bush was pro-Nazi for sure, so he cancels a Jewish project. You guys are going to have to kind of sift through this shit yourself. But anytime they use Dr. Evil, you know what he is. It seems they're using Iceland, and that's Nazism, and got a volcano in the background. The midnight sun is Saturn, because it was probably the first one. So biblically, it's the prodigal son, the one that went away but comes back later. So, and then for somebody to make a thing that said Batman ate the dirty purple, that sounds like something definitely atomic. Dirty purple, like the Phoenician purple, the dirty purple, the atomic. And then they use a word which is specifically and geographically set to Iceland, which is known for its fucking volcanoes. So this isn't by chance, and nobody's going to call Oppenheimer a Nazi without knowing the truth of that, because that video is just too weird.